Welcome back, everybody. Here's another successful run in the beautiful Fiji. We've got a little bit of exploration happening here. We wanted to see some of the other beaches and basically just go on a mission. It's just so healthy for your mind and body to go exploring. You don't have to be in a tropical island in Fiji, just your local neighborhood. Go down a street that you haven't walked down before. Bicycles are great for that, motorcycles. It really does expand your mind map of where you are. I know we all have the world at our fingertips now with our smartphones, but that's not real life. It's just images in your mind. So I really like getting out there, seeing things for myself. It just feels good spiritually, or like there's a well-being to just, for one thing, just going out for a walk. And foiling has really opened up a lot of this for us. So we have a reason to go and explore. You know, with foils, we're very lucky. You don't need to be in tropical Fiji to have a good time. You could literally have a little pond out the back of your house and you can start dock starting. So the smallest body of water now will do the trick. But what else have we got? If you've got even a lake by your house with, say, 2 kilometers of fetch, you'll probably get enough wind bumps to do some runs on a big foil. The recent release of the 1300 Axis would be a good choice for something like that. And I believe there's some bigger ones coming, so stay tuned for those. And it really does make any water a playground. But here we are. That was a quick paddle up sequence. Good sized bumps here. It's a really great day for downwinding. Not too quick, not too technical, but there's some size, and that allows you to turn and have fun with good energy, just a turn away. Sometimes when it gets even bigger than this, things get drawn out, and you kind of get big patches of energyless water. So large plateaus, or even a big swell passing under you, can often pull the energy away from your system. But here I am on the 1180, and this is the run where I got some of that crash footage from the opening sequence. So you'll get to see that in real time soon. But otherwise, I'm just here surfing along. More focused on turns, I think, at this point than downwinding. Downwinding truly is second nature to me now, the reading of the bumps. And I kind of forget to be efficient for the downwinding sometimes, and I'm just out there trying to hunt down a turn. So keep that in mind when watching some of my lines. I may look like I'm doing something and you try copy it, but actually I'm just using bad technique and just trying to get to the steep section so I can do a turn, the endless quest for turns. But yeah, this was an amazing day. Setup feels great. I love the 1180. It is very user friendly. It is a great second or third foil for your downwinding. Very good bottom end, good feel. It's a very straightforward foil. There's no trickery going on. There's no reflex in the system. It's just shaped to give you a nice floor plan. So you've got a nice platform to bounce off of. You can feel the water passing over it. You've got good top end because it is a very efficient foil. The Spitfires probably aren't seen as being very efficient, but they're quite a flat foil, so they take forward speed really well. They're about a 9 aspect ratio, which is really good for surfing downwind and bay run style. Perhaps a bit slow for your bigger ocean stuff, but you know, we're not all in big oceans and riding big swells. But I mean, look at that thing. I'm on a pretty decent swell there, and that 1180's handling it fine. And what the Spitfire will do for your downwinds is it will give you a lot more turnability and ease of use, and just the ability to go and hunt down the energy. Whereas a higher aspect foil, you know, might be a bit more point and shoot, and you'll just go from energy to energy. The Spitfire will allow you to carve your way between energy systems. So anyway, that's really what I'm looking for, and having a lot of fun with here. Some nice carves. They're running down ridge lines, very much like snowboarding here. Just pick a line, pick what looks interesting to you and go and hit it. And if you're riding high and efficient, you can kind of do whatever you want. It doesn't quite matter where you are. So as soon as you start getting a little bit more comfortable out there, you understand where your energy systems are and how much momentum or inertia that you have to play with. And so anything in between those stress points of low speed or low mast height becomes just a game, and you can fill that time with whatever you want. So the important things to think about. Oh, here we go. Hold on. That was a full horizontal wing breach, and that kind of hurt, guys. That was got some neck whiplash on that. I kind of strained my hip a little bit. So be careful. You know, water's soft, but it can also be quite hard. So look after yourself. And sometimes it's best just to bail by choice rather than hold on to the last moment. So for that crash there, I was actually trying to ride it out and trying to survive. But in hindsight, and what I've done a lot in the past, is if you feel like you're getting out of control, just exit. Fall off by your own decision. Don't wait till the last second where you're forced to come off the board, and then, because that could be quite a random sequence and a random bail. But if you can feel things getting out of control, just jump off the board. Just let it go out from under you, fall off the back, and exit under your own control. And that really takes a lot of stress out of these conditions, because you've got an exit strategy. It's when you try to survive too long that you start getting tacoed or lawn chaired with your foil. So that's quite important to an important lesson, and hopefully you can learn it verbally rather than having to go through it. Where was I? Foiling, riding bumps. Oh, that's right, energy systems. So the more experience you get, just the more time you have to play, because you can kind of see what am I trying to say? You can see when you're going to run out of energy, and you can move according to that. So before I allow myself to slow down too much, I'll add in some pumps. Before I let my board get too low at a low speed, I'll let the foil poke out the front of a wave, because that just creates instant mast height. So you could have your foil completely underwater, no mast height. But if you pop out the front of that wave, you go from 0 mast height to 100% mast height in a split second. So there's little tricks like that. I'll explain more of those in the future. They're not that great for security, because going from no mast height to maximum mast height in a split second, you feel that. You feel the surge of power, and you really need to be ready for that. And if you're not, it'll kick you, or it'll force you to fall off. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. You got to see me crash. It doesn't happen too often. Since filming this, it's happened a few more times, and I've got a few more crash sequences that I'll probably put into a new intro. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy. Be safe, be good. See ya.